Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and today is going to be a Flosstube update. Hi! It's been a while. Last time you saw me over here on YouTube, I was getting ready to have my baby, and I think my last video was in June, and I think it was my whip parade for the year 2023. It is now September, like middle end of September. It is September 20th, and I have a 2-month-old baby girl, and yeah, that's what's going on. I have changed up behind me a little bit. I took some stuff down. I wanted to rearrange it mostly because I learned how to actually frame my finished pieces while my mom was here with me, and so now I'm going to be switching some things around real fast. While I'm thinking about it though, there's a finish right there. Well, a fully finish, should I say. So here is my fully finished Forget-Me-Not by Hello from Liz Mathews. For those that have been here for a while, I had a miscarriage in August of 2022, and I wanted to commemorate that pregnancy with a Forget-Me-Not. I actually had a silent miscarriage. I miscarried at 12 weeks, but the baby had not grown since about 6 or 7 weeks. So there's that one. I used the DMC conversion, except for this lighter yellow. I didn't have the called for, so I just used what was in my stash. And then the only thing I didn't do is every few diamonds there was a backstitched or a long stitched X over it, and I opted not to do that, but there it is. And then I mounted it on mat board. And then that frame is from Michaels. They were, I'm not sure if they still are, having a pretty good deal on a few of their frames, where they are buy one get one free of equal or lesser value, so it kind of just depends on which frames you're looking at, but that one I thought was perfect for the Forget-Me-Nots. And I stitched it on 18 count Fog by Picture This Plus. Alright, so I've worked on quite a few things since you saw me last, and I don't have them in any particular order, so let's just look at what I've been working on. The first one that I have in front of me is One Nation by ByGone stitches. It is the big American flag that has the states in the order that they joined the Union. So it starts up here with Delaware, and then Alaska and Hawaii are down here. So I'm stitching this on 18 count coffee tea dyed fabric that I did myself, and I've actually been working on this recently when my daughter goes to bed. I have her monitor in here because she goes to bed early and she sleeps through the night, and I am very lucky and I realize that. That's the only reason why I'm able to stitch or film this video. And I'm sorry I didn't think about taking this off the Q-snap before. But, oh well. Here it is. So I've finished these two stripes, and then while this area was in the Q-snap, I just worked on everything that could be done, and then I decided to try and finish the blue section of the flag, and so I finished the blue section, and then last night I was working on these stars right here. But yeah, this part was really nice because I didn't have to worry about the pattern. It was just a lot of repetition, and since there are basically no color changes, it's really nice to work on once my daughter goes to bed because I don't really have to look at a pattern for the most part. And like especially with the stripes, if I'm just doing the outline of the stripe and like just trying to get that part of the stripe complete, then it's kind of nice to not worry about the pattern. So, and I am using, I'm using Classic Colorworks Wavy Navy, Cherry Cobbler, and then Weeks Dye Works Whitewash. So here's the Wavy Navy, my last skein of that, and then the Whitewash, and then Cherry Cobbler. Hold on just a second. Okay, so I just finished showing you the floss for that project, and yeah, I've been keeping this one out. Like I said, just because there's really no color changes and I don't really have to look at a pattern. Okay, up next is one that I pulled out and I worked on it for, I know I worked on it for a couple days, but I'm not sure quite how many. My daughter's cooing. But this is one of the places that I've traveled to that I want to put into a quilt eventually. This is Lahaina, Hawaii by AwesomePatternStudio, and I'm stitching it on 18 count fog with the called for DMC, and this is what it will look like when it's done. Honestly, I can just show it to you even though it's still loading. That's what it'll look like when it's done. And here is where we are at. I got so much done on this. I only had, like, when I picked it back up, I only had this palm tree, this blue section, these, no, I just did those, a little bit of this section, and that was really it. So I have gotten a lot done on this. I started working on it, not when the Lahaina fire started, or when the Maui fire started, but I started working on it a couple weeks ago, just because I've been feeling pulled to this project ever since the fires started, so I've wanted to pull it out, so I did. And I do have that pattern on pattern paper. All I had to do was go through the key and assign I don't know how to use this thing. And I had to assign the numbers. So I am at 53.9% complete. So I really don't have that much more to go. I have 2,390 out of 4,434 stitches to go. So I have like 2,100 stitches, which is fine. With how fast that went, I might be able to get it done before the world ends. Okay. The autofocus just did something weird. Alright. And now, man, I have been really bad at keeping track of that. Anyway, next are the projects that I worked on for the Summer Stitches Challenge that Katie Naptime Stitcher hosted. If you remember, she hosted the Olympic Stitching Challenge. That thunder sounds really cool. And she did kind of along the same realm for summer. This year it was like a week and a half or something like that, 2 weeks of a stitching challenge where she made a prompt for every single day, and then you picked a pattern that would go along with it. So I did stitch on One Nation during that. And then I think the rest of the ones that I stitched on are right here. So first up is Silver Creek Samplers Through the Storms. It says no relationship is all sunshine, but two people can share one umbrella and walk through the storms together. And I picked this project for a few different prompts. I'm stitching it on, I don't know, 16 count. I think it's 16 count pewter. And I'm doing my own conversion with Weeks Dye Works, Forbidden Fiber Co., and Classic Colorworks. And here's where we are at. So there's that. I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second. I need to chart the year of whenever this is gonna get done. Or maybe just leave it blank. But I think I would like to get some of the words done before I start doing down here again. But that green is gonna take a minute, so we'll see. Next is a finish, I believe. It is Twas a Fair Night by Stone Street Stitchworks. I stitched it on 18 count opalescent raw linen Aida, and I opted to not do the snowflakes that were at the bottom. I'm just leaving it like this. I'm very happy with it. I would like to fully finish it before winter time. And I stitched it using DMC 310 and then Roxy Floss Co. Encore is the red and Legendary is the white, and I may have shown this in my last video. But very happy with it. Time to put that floss away because it's been sitting there since July. Okay, next up is my Sugar Skull by Tiny Modernist. I am stitching it on 14 count black, and I'm using the called for DMC. And this is where I'm at. I don't know why this one is so hard for me to pull out, but it is. So this one might be a good one to do for mindless stitching with the white every once in a while. I say that, but I probably won't bring it out. Okay. Next is Hello from Liz Mathews. Gather Here, I believe. Yes. It is called Gather Here. I don't have the cover page, but I am stitching it with the Gentle Art wrought iron, and I'm stitching it on 18 count Oatmeal, it looks like. So it's kind of like a bluish black. I'd like to stitch this more. I honestly don't remember what I did. I might have done the word gather, because I don't think I worked on any of this. And I may not have even worked on it, honestly. Let's see. yeah, I didn't even work on it, so apparently I just wanted to show you that project. I did work on this one though. Okay, next is one from Emma Congdon. It is from the Cross Stitch for the Earth book. It's design 1, and I'm just calling it Unplug and Go Outside because that's what it says. That's what it looks like, or what it will look like when it's done. And I'm using the called for DMC. I'm stitching it on 16 count white, and that is how far I've gotten. So when I was working on it, I think I mostly worked in here because I used it for the prompt of an insect, and so I wanted to stitch the butterfly. And then I know I also worked a little bit in here. Okay, and then last but not least, I worked on this very well-loved pattern, Sunflowers Make Me Happy by Puntini. I'm doing my own conversion of this. And right now, this is where I'm at. So I've done a lot of the border. I've done some sunflowers. I finished the crosses in the girl's dress, and I just need to finish this sunflower and then I'll work over here. And then the colors that I'm using are a little bit of everything. I have some DMC, I have Forbidden Fiber Co., I have Weeks Dye Works, and I have Victorian Motto. And I used the Victorian Motto just for the hair of the girl to make her blonde, like me, which I don't know how long I'm gonna be bleaching my hair, so we'll see. But I will always be a blonde in my heart. Okay. And I have some recent haul. I ended my project bag of the month from Forbidden Fiber Co. In the spring. I cut down to only have one Floss of the Month club, and I decided to keep my Roxy Floss Co. going, and I switched from the neutrals to the brights. Unfortunately, I've put all of the floss away that I have gotten recently, but I did finally get, because I tried to change the address and it didn't work, I did finally get my last bag of the month. It's Indiana Jones, and then the zipper pull has a hat and those cute charms. And then I have gotten some patterns. I did a really good job at not looking at market or expo releases until recently. In fact, I even forgot that expo was a thing. That's what happens when you are very sleep deprived. But this purchase actually wasn't even for market or expo or whatever. It was just because these pattern, and I don't know, maybe they were released around that time. I honestly don't know. Can't remember. But they've been on my wish list. I might need to go check on her in a second. Mostly because this pattern right here is no longer being sold on Kathy Barrick's Etsy shop. So I had to get it, and she said that there's like she's revamping it basically. And this pattern says, I myself am made entirely of flaws stitched together with good intentions. And I know that Megan, the Seattle Stitcher, and Brijin, the museum stitcher, have stitched this. I think Megan is still working on it, but Brijin finished it. And anyway, I wanted to stitch it, so I wanted to order it, but unfortunately I couldn't get the PDF because she's redoing it, so I had to order it from 123 Stitch. And then to make shipping worth it, I also got Stars in My Garden by Kathy Barrick. Felt very autumny. And then I also got This I Know by Plum Street Samplers. I think this is cute, and I think it would be a good Sunday stitch. And then this was Expo, I know for a fact. And this is from Top Knot Stitcher. So I have Silver Creek Samplers, Don't Quit Your Daydream. Silver Creek Samplers, You Are My Greatest Catch. My husband likes to fish as well as golf, so thought this would be cute to do. I have a bunch of patterns going for him, or plans. And then Silver Creek Samplers, Home With You. It says, with you I am home. I thought it would be cute to convert this to what our house, the colors of our house, not what our house looks like. The colors of our house, and put this up. And then Autumn Quaker by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Thought that would be a cute small. And then Leaves of Autumn by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It says, every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I thought that would be cute to do as well for fall. So, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, if you decided to watch. And if you came back, thank you very much. I know it's been a while. Motherhood is crazy. It is awesome. I love her to death. It's actually kind of amazing it's just amazing. on Monday she got her first round of shots, and I was so sad for her. She was the saddest girl I've ever seen. And so these last few days have been she's been attached to me like Velcro, and I love her. It does make me a little sad when I can't like pass her off to my husband so that I can eat or I'm exclusively pumping, so I need to be able to put her down in order to do that, and sometimes I'm not able to do that when she's a Velcro baby, but I love that she loves me because I love her, and it would make me a little sad if she did not love me. But of course, she looks like my husband, so we'll see how she changes, but for now she looks like my husband, and everyone is saying it, and it's great. But yeah, that's all. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back if you came back. Welcome to anyone who is new. Sorry I'm getting to this at the end. Hopefully I will see you again soon. They're just gonna happen when I have time, so hopefully I'll see you again soon. And yeah, I hope you remember that someone always needs you. I'll see you next time. Bye.